Hi there, welcome back to my shop. Before I get started on today's project, I have a little information that might just interest you. Luie from Woodworking 220-7 is this close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. And he was telling me that when he hits 1,000 subscribers, he's going to have some giveaways. So if you haven't already subscribed to Luie, or maybe you haven't been to his channel, I'm going to put a link in the description box below this video so you can take a look at it. And if you like what you see, and I'm sure you will, you can subscribe, and who knows, maybe you'll win one of those prizes. Good luck to you. Now, for today's project, I'm turning this natural edge bowl from Apple. I was given this apple by my friend Jim Bull. Wanted to see what I could do with it. Gave me quite a few pieces actually. And this is the first one I've turned. I'm quite pleased with it. So if you'd like to see how this one came around, please stick around and let's go take a look at it. I recently got some apple wood from my friend Jim Bull. This piece is out of a log that was about 3 feet long, about 8 inches in diameter at its widest. And I cut some pieces about 11-inch long. And I put it through the band saw, cut this off, so I'm just on this side of the pith that you can likely see there. And I'm going to try turning this piece first. I want to put a woodworm screw in the center here, and hopefully I can get a natural edge bowl out of this. But a lot of this bark is really loose all the way along, so I'm going to try gluing some of it down with CA glue, see if I can preserve it. If not, I might have a natural edge bowl with no bark. So I'll take this over to the drill press. I'm going to use I believe it's a 2 3/8 inch Forstner bit to make a flat spot for my chuck to sit on, and then drill a hole for the woodworm screw. I'll take care of that, and then I hope you'll join me over at the lathe. This is my new lathe that was given to me a couple of months ago by Alan Duke from Edmonton. He said he was tired of trying to get it working right, had put enough time and effort into it, and it was time to get a different lathe. So he got a Laguna, which he said he likes a lot. I got some parts that were needed for this, the controller board, and got it working now. The big difference between this and mine, well, one of many differences, is that this is larger. Of course, it's a 20-inch lathe where my other one was a 16. And that means the distance between the center of the spindle and the bedways has gone from 8 inches to 10 inches. When I first made my lathe stand for my other lathe, I built it to the height I wanted to be able to turn at. And so I had to build a 2-inch high platform to put in front of this lathe, and this is going to be my first attempt at using it. So one other thing I'll point out is you may have never seen a green Nova lathe before, and that's because Alan, among his many talents, is a painter. He didn't like the paint job that was on this, so he painted it himself. And if you're not familiar with farm equipment, you may not know that this is the signature John Deere green. He did a beautiful job on the painting. Now I'm going to see just what I can do as far as turning with this thing. First thing I'm going to do is mark a 2 1/4 inch circle for the recess I want to use for my chuck. Now I will be turning with a 1/2 inch bowl gouge at 500 RPM to start with. All right, it's freshly sharpened. Now, when cutting this much air, I can't ride the bevel. I have to bring it around a little bit and just use the edge. Ooh, very heavy crack showing up there. Want to move around here and take some of this edge off. I'm up to 900 RPM now, and I have lost quite a bit of bark here. This may not be the natural edge I was hoping for. I'll try coming in from this direction so as to not tear off so much bark, I hope. I want to try for 1000 RPM. I'm at 1250 RPM now. I think I'd better hone this edge a little bit. Drop back to 1000 RPM. Just way too much shaking going on. Well, I can see that I'm not going to like the shape of this at all. It's far too narrow on the bottom. It's going to end up looking like a flower pot. And I also wouldn't mind getting rid of a bunch of this crack if I can. So I'm going to trim it back to about here. See what that looks like. Still at 1000 RPM. Just going to remark for the recess for my chuck. All right, I'm going to put the recess in there now. Time to do a little sharpening on here now. Anytime I can take light shavings like that off of there, what I refer to as angel hair, I'm happy. It's doing a nice job of shear cutting. I'm going to be sanding this on the bottom where it's flat, just with strips of sandpaper, and I can get them into these grooves I've made to do a decent job sanding inside there. On the outside, I'm going to be using my drill with the 2-inch sanding disc. This will be running in reverse, and I'll be running this in reverse, making sure that just the top edge of the disc touches. If I get the bottom, of course, it'll just rip the disc right off of this pad. I've got my dust hood ready here, so I'm just going to get my air shield on to protect my lungs, get the dust collector running, and I'll be back to show you a little bit of that. Starting to get some nice colors, some nice figure there. I think I want these walls just a little bit thinner. I think I need a little more light in there. These walls are throwing quite a shadow. All right, that's a lot better. All right, to pick that cut back up, I think I need to sharpen one more time. All right, I think I'm ready to just sand this, and then I'll be back. All right, now, I've sanded the inside to 400 grit. One thing you might have noticed when I do a natural edge bowl, I don't do what a lot of turners do and sand the bark. I like to leave it rough, just like Mother Nature intended it to be. That's just me. I know a lot of people prefer that it be smoothed out. You don't cut your fingers on here, but hey, if you're looking at my bowl and run your fingers over the bark, it's not my fault, okay? So now, what I'm going to do to finish this one is I'm going to use mineral oil. I'm just going to soak it real good. I have an acid brush here that I'll use to put it into the bark, make sure it's all spread through there. And I will put some pictures at the end to show you what this turns out looking like. So now, I want to thank you for showing up today. I appreciate you coming by. And I hope you'll come back next time. Between now and then, have a great day in your shop and be safe. If you like what you've seen, click the like button. Let me know I'm doing something right. If you didn't like it, feel free to click the dislike button, but let me know what you don't like. Maybe I can improve things some way that you would like better. So thank you again for showing up today in my shop. The door is open to you anytime you want to come by. And if you did like what you see, it would help me a lot if you would share the videos with other people. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye now.